Chapter 1. A Fine Sloop. Caroline Abbott leaned over the rail and laughed with delight. "Isn't this wonderful?" she asked her cousin Lydia. Sailing on Lake Ontario was fun any time, but being permitted to come aboard the sloop White Gull on its very first voyage was an extra special treat. "It's marvelous," Lydia agreed. "I'm glad that Oliver and your papa invited us." Caroline's father had built White Gull for Oliver, Lydia's older brother. "You're lucky to get command of such a fine little sloop," Caroline told Oliver, who was steering the ship. "White Gull still belongs to your father," Oliver reminded her. "It will take me some time to earn enough money to pay him back." His voice dropped. "I just hope America doesn't decide to go to war with Great Britain before I can do so," he muttered. "Let's not talk about that today," Lydia said impatiently. Caroline felt impatient too. She'd listened to adults arguing about whether America should declare war on Great Britain all her life. Caroline didn't want a war. She didn't even want to think about a war. The breeze whipped some strands of hair into Oliver's face. He paused to retie his hair behind his neck. "It's been 30 years since America won its independence from Britain. Maybe President Madison can avoid fighting another war." Caroline wanted to change the conversation from war to a happier note. "Now that the sloop is finished, we can sail around Lake Ontario." Oliver grinned. "I'm looking forward to buying and selling goods along the lake shore. It's a fine way to earn a living." "You can start by buying some embroidery silk for me," Caroline said. Oliver shook his head. "Mistress Abbott, I will gladly haul silk cloth and tar for your father, and apples and potatoes for farmers. I will happily carry mail and take passengers wherever they wish to go. But surely you cannot expect me to shop for embroidery silk." Caroline smiled mischievously. "I need something of a reddish brown, like cinnamon, but with more red." Lydia giggled as Oliver made a face. "And then some lace," Caroline continued. "Mama is helping me to make a new dress for my 10th birthday. A bit of new lace would be perfect." "Enough teasing," Oliver begged. "I'm a merchant, not a lady's maid." "Why do you think I'm teasing?" Caroline asked. She held her head high, the way Lydia did when she was pretending to be a fancy lady. Lydia, who was almost 12, giggled even harder. "Oliver," Papa called in his no-nonsense captain voice, "watch that you stay on course, and you girls, remember to stay clear of the mainsail." "We'll stay clear," Caroline promised. Really, Papa didn't need to remind her about every little thing. She'd been born on the shores of Lake Ontario, and she'd been sailing with him for as long as she could remember.